If you're in the B2B industry, then LinkedIn ads could be a lucrative lead generation machine for your business. If you don't think that's true, then I'm gonna prove you wrong. You see, I used to believe that LinkedIn ads were a complete scam. In fact, I tried it multiple times and it didn't work for me until I tried something really basic and simple. And that's what I'm gonna show you in this video. If you don't know me yet, my name is Patrick Spielman, a 6-time Growth Award-winning franchise owner, a 7-figure sales agency owner, and the founder of Upticks, the best sales software to win more customers and manage your pipeline. The results I'm gonna share with you are from my personal experience, and I'm not guaranteeing that you're gonna get the exact same results. But you can learn the strategy and apply it to your business. You might get better results than me or less than me, I'm not quite sure. I'll just show you exactly what I'm doing. Now let's dive into the video and see how exactly I'm getting a $10 lead cost using LinkedIn ads. All right, so I'm gonna hop into my LinkedIn ads account here. As you can see, this campaign specifically, the one that I'm gonna show you here today, I spent a total of $1,400 on, generated about 123 leads. I've got overall an $11.54 lead cost. Got over 40,000 impressions, almost 400 link clicks, average CTR of 1%. You can see all the stats, CPMs. I got some different conversion tracking going on here. So this is the high level stats. I'm gonna dive into this a little bit further. I'm gonna show you where I've gotten $10 leads. So I didn't start out getting $10 leads. I was running a couple different creative tests in here. As you can see, I ran a few other tests here. They weren't working out so well. And then I ultimately ended up with this test, but this one started performing a lot better. I'm getting just under a $10 lead cost. This one's about a $12 lead cost. We're looking at, really gonna be favoring this variation here as it goes on and on and on, but we're just kind of still evaluating and testing a few things. But you can see here, overall, for this variation, we've generated 47 leads. This one, we've generated 74 leads. Now, it's important to understand I'm running LinkedIn lead forms. I'm not gonna show you a full tutorial on LinkedIn lead forms. There's a lot of training out there on that. I wanna get into kind of the meat and potatoes of the, how I did this. But ultimately the lead form, what I'm promoting is a cold email training. So this is a really, really simple lead form. And I'm gonna show you how to automate some of the nurturing, the follow-up here just coming up in a second. But overall, with this lead form, I'm getting their email address, I'm getting a phone number, I'm getting their first name, their last name, and their LinkedIn profile information. I could be getting a few other pieces of information. I've chose to go with that, but we've got three channels that we can follow up and nurture them on once they've actually submitted this lead form. That's super, super cool. But I wanna show you how simple some of this creative is. Running these tests wasn't that hard. So first of all, I just, we created different images and we're testing just different headlines and stuff like that. So let me just hop in quick and show you the different creative. His cold emails, we know it dying. A massive disruption for cold emails here, but it doesn't need to impact you. If you want to book sales meetings and save a ton of time and headaches with cold email, then click the link and watch this free on-demand webinar called How to Cold Email Like a Pro 2.0, and then just my name and an image, and then How to Cold Email Like a Pro 2.0. That's how simple the creative is. This other one is just a variation of that. All right, I'm probably using the exact same copy. The only difference between the one I'm getting $12 leads with and this one is this image, okay? So that's all I'm testing. When they click this link, what's gonna happen is they're gonna get redirected to a landing page with the training video, which I'll go into in just a little bit. I wanna show you a few things here in LinkedIn. This doesn't have to be like crazy, and I'm gonna show you the targeting and how I did this, and that's actually one of the things that I'm loving about LinkedIn ads, although my lead costs are a little bit higher in LinkedIn than what I'm getting in Facebook and Instagram, but it's super, super targeted. So let me hop into some of the demographics. LinkedIn, you can break things down and look at your results on the basis of, they've got the summary, the performance, but I really love the demographics, because you can dive into job function, job title, company, industry, job seniority, company size, location, region, all this kind of stuff. So let me show you a few things. For some dumb reason, they don't show you how many leads you generated. They show you the impressions and clicks. Clicks, to me are ultimately the indicator of leads. They likely coincide with one another. Unfortunately, they just don't show you the lead cost from broken down by, for right now I've got job function. So business development, 77% of my leads are in business development, 31% in sales, 6% operations, so on and so forth. But the cool part is then you can get into job title, and they're labeling founders as, a lot like in the business development department or job function here, because if you look at it, founders, 18% of them are clicking. That's my highest group. Executives, CEOs, co-founders, presidents, owners comprise of most of the results. So this is super, super cool. Now with Facebook or Instagram ads or Google ads, you don't get this kind of information. So I really, really love this from a targeting perspective because I really know that I'm hitting my ideal customer profile with this. You can dive into a whole bunch of other things. A couple of the cool things that I think is super neat is diving into industries. So I can really hone in, and over time, I'll be adapting these campaigns to target the industries that I really want to focus on. Seniorities, of course, owners, CXOs, directors, partners, VPs, that kind of thing. You can dive into all of this. It's super cool. Even company size. Now I'm targeting some of the smaller businesses because I know our ideal customer profile do happen to be smaller businesses. So I'm not going crazy with testing across like a broad segment in terms of company size, but you could test all the way up to huge companies. This is really, really cool data to have at your fingertips that I just think like makes this whole thing like super, super easy. All right, so real quick, I just want to show you how I'm targeting here. So I just showed you all the stats and the demographics and all that kind of stuff, but I want to show you how I'm setting up the targeting. This isn't a full training on how to set up a lead gen ad in LinkedIn, but I do want to show you the targeting. So for this specific campaign, I'm focusing on Canada and US. I've already got the job seniority, CXO, directors, managers, owners, partners, VPs, and you can break down, narrow the audience based on this and logic. So you can have, seniorities and business development, entrepreneur, and sales, and company sizes, this and this, and membership, member interests are, this and that. So one of the cool things that I'm segmenting for inside of this campaign is customer relationship management and sales software. So they have these interests now in LinkedIn based on, I guess however LinkedIn determines that they're interested in these types of features or softwares, so on and so forth. And then I'm doing some segmenting in terms of age range. But this is super cool. And then over here you can kind of see what your overall target audience size is. This is a pretty big audience size overall. And it looks like some of my stats, I'm actually outperforming some of the estimates that LinkedIn shows, which is super cool. And I guess I should have mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but I'm only spending right now $20 a day on these. So we're generating a couple leads a day. Again, we're testing, so we've tested with about $1,400. The idea from here is scaling, and if that turns out to be something that I can figure out, then of course I'll create a video on that and show everybody how to scale. Next, I want to dive into what happens after this. When somebody clicks on this LinkedIn lead form here, what ultimately is going to happen after they fill out their information, they're going to be redirected to a landing page that we're hosting. On this landing page, I've got my training video, and this happens to be about a 40-minute training video. We have a link here to book a free strategy call. So this goes to a sales call for this particular offer, which happens to be a done with you, done for you cold email program. So they can watch this video. We've got a little sales page here in terms of just, trying to sell the overall, value of the training that they're gonna watch, so on and so forth. So there's a longer form sales letter, and we use things like ChatGPT and stuff like that to help us write those. We've got some social proof on the landing page, and then when they watch the video, they watch the training, they might have some questions. So we've got a little FAQs section down here. But we have one call to action. The call to action is to book a strategy call with us. So one of the things that I told you that I would show you how we're doing is the whole process, which is also all the lead nurturing and automation and follow-up. So with that, we're connecting LinkedIn lead forms with Zapier and adding them into Uptycs. Yours truly, Uptycs. So I'm gonna show you how exactly that we're nurturing these totally on autopilot. So the LinkedIn lead form, it's super simple. This is just a Zap. You connect your LinkedIn account and lead forms. That data then can send a zap and a trigger or an action, whatever they call it, over to Uptycs, so we can send all the information, email, name, phone number, add a tag, add a lead source, a type, the country, the LinkedIn URL, basically everything. So this is just the connector between LinkedIn lead forms and then sending it into Uptycs to automate our follow-up, our nurturing and outreach and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna hop into Uptycs and show you the rest of this. Inside of Uptycs, I'll just show you and I'll refresh this. This is our, these are all our leads. So LinkedIn lead forms, lead form source, LinkedIn leads. I'm not gonna dox anybody and show you any of their contact information, but our lead source, LinkedIn lead forms, it says we have 129 here. I think in LinkedIn it said 123, so we might have had a few other leads come from a different campaign. But nonetheless, we have automated lead, our email validation built into our system. So we're validating the emails. You can see pretty much all the email addresses, valid, catch-alls, which is ultimately a valid email. You want to email these. But basically all of these emails, here's an invalid, 95 to 100% of them have valid emails. So that's one channel we can nurture them on. I'm not gonna dox anybody and show you the phone number and LinkedIn URL, but I already showed it to you that the LinkedIn URL and phone number is coming through inside of our form, and that gets sent into Uptycs as well. So then we can follow up with them on LinkedIn, send them a connection request, send them follow-up messages, and we can even call them. So let me show you how we're nurturing them inside of Uptycs. So we have this sequence and campaign inside of the platform here, just called Cold to Gold 2.0, which we have a whole laundry list of email steps inside of here that is following up with them. So initially when they come into Uptycs, they get enrolled into this campaign in this sequence where they get an automated email. We wait a couple days, and every 2 days we're sending them an email, 2 days email, 2 days email. So we have, I don't know, 17 nurture emails here. So they're getting nurtured for the long term, in addition to us following up with them on LinkedIn and also using SMS automatically inside of Uptycs, which I can show you another sequence on that. But a couple things I want to point out here, always A/B test your copy for different efficacy. All right, and we just launched this cool little feature called A/B test automation using AI to generate more clicks, more replies, whatever your goal is, more opens. We just released this, so I came in and updated this into our sequence at a later date. But we're optimizing for more clicks. You can see that this variation is getting a little more clicks, so it started optimizing for this. And so we're just testing this and using the variations of our emails to just automatically nurture and pick the best variations. I'm not gonna go into all my email copy or anything like that. I'll just show you, some of it real quick. So it's a real quick email. We're giving them a little bit of a gift with our offer. And if you're wondering what this is called Spintax. You're seeing all these blue lines around the email template. This helps with email deliverability by rotating the variations of each line of your email. This helps you get better deliverability. If you saw on some of my stats, overall we're getting a 47% open rate. And then you can see, clicks and all that kind of stuff. This is from a lead nurturing perspective. This is really, really good. Most systems are getting, probably 20 to 30% open rates. We're able to get better open rates due to the number of email deliverability features we have in the system. I won't go through that on this call today, but you can just kind of see some of the stats and inside of the platform. You can see all the breakdown of all of the emails, all the different email stats broken down by all the email addresses we're using. It's a deliverability feature, so on and so forth. But overall, you can see pretty much all the stats here. The other thing I mentioned, of course, is we're doing automated SMS. So we have automated SMS messages that get sent out here as well, and automated SMS messages after a certain cadence go out, and they are automatically getting nurtured, followed up, and all of this information goes into our centralized inbox. So all of our tasks for emails, if somebody replies back or whatever it might be, it comes back into our centralized inbox here to manage essentially all of your tasks in one spot. LinkedIn connection requests, I'm a little bit behind on all of these, but all of your emails, all of your SMS, all of your phone call tasks, all of your LinkedIn tasks, all of that comes into one spot inside of the platform, which is super, super cool. So that's a high level overview of this entire process. I know there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle, setting up the ads, doing the creative, doing the targeting, setting up a landing page, connecting everything with Zapier, adding everything into Uptycs. But overall, this experiment has worked pretty well, and we've generated a lot of meetings, a lot of appointments, and a lot of leads with this, and closed a number of deals with our services and really help move the needle. All right, so that's all I have for you today. If you got a lot of value from this video, I would appreciate it. Give it a like, comment below if you have any questions, share it with a friend. And of course, if you got a ton of value, I'd love for you to check out Uptycs, which can help you do all the nurturing and the outreach and scheduling, be your centralized master inbox for all of your things, sales, and of course, getting the best email deliverability. We'd really, really appreciate it. Until next time, we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.